lovely Meredith Gaston on the line. Meredith, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Michelle, for having me.
I should actually say welcome back because we have spoken before. It was
we have spoken before.
Quite some time ago, and that was one of your previous books, 101 Inspirations for Your Journey.
Yes.
This particular book, I've got to say, I love.
Oh, good. Well, I loved creating it, so I'm thrilled that you're enjoying sifting through the pages.
Oh, it's just lovely, and you've got a bit more sort of right. You've written a bit more in this book too, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah,
I have, and I really was very passionate about this subject matter and of gratitude. So, The Art of Gratitude is the title of the book, and I was very passionate about sharing the message. It's not a new message, but it's a very powerful message about how cultivating the art of gratitude in daily life, so being thankful for all we have and all we are, is completely life-changing and can create all sorts of positive change, in our daily lives and make us not only happier people, but much healthier, and, more joyous and more engaging people too. So I included a lot more writing in this book because there was a lot of things really to sort of flesh out a little bit more, and ways that we can sharing practical tips and inspirations and ideas to people to bring this into their daily realities and daily worlds.
What I like about it too is you talk about practicing the art of gratitude in very simple terms as well,
Yes.
which this is not it's sort of a gift book / sort of practical book on how to live with gratitude and the difference it can make into your life, and I think that's what I like about it, because often these books can be a lot of reading involved, which for some people they love that, and then others, if this happens to be sitting on someone's coffee table, they might not normally look at a book like this and then pick this up, and you can read a page of it very easily and get something from it.
Well, that's thank you. That's spot on, Michelle. That the premise of the book really was to create a way of sharing this message in a very beautiful and accessible way, so that at any page, as you say, you can open up and just have a feast for your eyes. Because when I'm not writing, I'm drawing. So I've written and illustrated this book, and really it's a celebration of life. At the end of the day, it really is just a joyous. Gratitude allows us to see the beauty and the good in things and in ourselves, which is something that sometimes we forget to do. So the first chapter on self-love is really a look at the way that there's a lot about ourselves that we take for granted and that we don't appreciate, and actually starting with ourselves and that loving relationship that we can have with ourselves, which really is the baseline for a wonderful life. Just appreciating all of our qualities, all the things that we do have and that we do possess. And even when we wake up in the morning, the rudimentary things we often take for granted, be they, walking or talking or having enough energy to go to work or look after ourselves or our family. These are things that for some people would be dreams come true. So, thinking with a bit of gratitude and a bit of perspective, even from the moment we wake up in the morning, is a really simple yet empowering and life-changing thing to do. And a way I do that is by keeping a little gratitude journal by my bed. And it's an exciting thing to keep a journal because it allows you to put things into words. And by putting things into words, we often double confirm them for ourselves or make them more real. Yeah. And, we can easily just scan over in our mind a few things in this very moment that we may be grateful for, whether or not it's a relationship or our home or the land on which we live. And when we think about them, that's wonderful. When we put them down in words, it's almost an added dimension of magic and that we bring to our lives, and we fill our cups up even, instantly just by taking stock of what we have.
Yes, and for someone who's listening to this that may not have tried sort of the art of gratitude or the art of appreciation even, might think, well, that just sounds all a bit too simplistic to me. I can't really see the benefits, but the benefits is that you feel better.
Yes.
And...
Well,
it's not like winning the lottery, or it's not like, well, what do I get out of it? You get to feel better, and that is really the purpose of life.
I can't agree with you more. I get very excited about this because I welcome conversations from people who challenge this and say, well, this sounds like a sugarcoating of life. You know, gratitude sounds like it's just too airy-fairy or once again, like you said, too simplistic. But aren't the best things in life the simple things? I mean, I always come back to this thought that, you know, keep it simple. And, you know, we have an immense power in our own minds, you know, with choosing the thoughts that we think. So choosing what we think, which is something that we can do even if we haven't thought about it before very much. Selecting positive thoughts over negative thoughts, selecting gratitude over taking things for granted. It's a little bit of, as it says in the title, The Art of Gratitude. It's a practice. It's something that we can cultivate and practice. And the book is full of very simple ways to do this and to make it real for those people that may not be feeling 100% content with their lot and yet desire that sense of fulfillment in daily life. It's not far away. It is really something that we can tap into with our thoughts. And, you know, many moons ago, Lao Tzu said, you know, your thoughts create your world. And I agree with that. I believe that we create, with our thoughts, the world in which we live, certainly the environments mentally that create the energy of our day-to-day, you know, exchanges, relationships, you know, our feelings about ourselves, our sense of success, these sorts of things. You know, 10 years ago, I was bogged down with chronic illness, autoimmune disease, feeling terrible, cooped up in bed, just not really enjoying my life at all because I didn't have the energy to. I just didn't know what to do with myself at that point in time. And I really had to dig deep and find within, you know, myself each day to sort of stamina, even though I was very fatigued, to just do what I could. And that's when I wrote my first book, Tucked In. And it was really an ode to bed. And I was celebrating the very, you know, wonderful things that I could actually do while I was horizontal. And that was really my way of getting through and putting a positive spin on my plight at that point in time. And I know, you know, perhaps some of your listeners know what it feels like to be very depleted in energy or, you know, simply just not to feel that zest for life that they, you know, may long to feel. And what this book, The Art of Gratitude, does is really brings to life some very simple, tried and tested ways that we can change our lives for the better through gratitude, which is something we can all access. Gratitude, you know, it doesn't matter your age, your gender, your background. Just simply being thankful and taking the time to tap into those grateful thoughts can really turn, you know, it's no joke, it can turn a frown upside down and it can turn a bad day into a good day because it is a matter of perspective. And when we find that valuable perspective, things suddenly look very different.
Yes. We unfortunately run out of time already, Meredith. It's just that felt like about 2 minutes then. It felt like nothing. But I could talk for hours on this topic.
I'm very passionate, as you can tell.
Yes.
And I would love to talk to you again if you ever feel like chatting about gratitude. I'm always a phone call away.
Yeah, no, I would love to do that. And we're just about to go to the news. But actually, the news is on. I'm out of here, folks. I'll be back next week at Monday, 12 o'clock.
And happy week to everyone. Woohoo!
Thanks, Meredith.
Bye.